Hey everyone, Remade the Raging Furry here, and ignore the fact that I was standing on the bed. Boy, have I got some stories to tell you. And let's uncap this by doing drinks. Hopefully you heard that. First swig of the night. Oh. Oh ho ho. Okay. Long story short, I bought this bottle of cucumber Taikyu a while ago, and I just don't like the taste. I like the regular Taikyu, but not the cucumber, and it's just been sitting in my fridge. So, in an attempt to finish it all, I am going to tell you some stories. Stories from 7-Eleven, of course. Because I'm going to be off for a week, so I won't have any extra stories to tell. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So, story number 1. People have been, noticing my injury, and it's funny how people treat you once you're injured, compared to how they treat you beforehand, or if they don't notice it. You know? It really kind of sucks. Aw, damn it, I don't have enough. And, fuck, why can't I think? Okay. What was that sound? Well, okay, it's funny how people treat you when you're injured. Because, like, even though I get treated slightly better, there's still shitty people out there, but this one's a good story. I don't know if it's good or bad because of what happened. So, I was sick a little while ago. I didn't put up videos for a little while, even though I think I did the abandoned car video when I was sick. And, the reason being is because, well, honestly, I was just feeling like shit. And I was feeling so bad to the point where I might have threw up. So I called my boss, and, I told him, hey man, I'm gonna fucking toss. I ain't feeling right. And, well, he said someone could come in early, but even though I called the person, they didn't come in early. And, well, it turns out that was just because, for some reason, they didn't get all the calls, even though I showed my call history to them. But, they didn't come in early, so I was still left there, being sick, even though I had the day off afterwards. And, there was this guy who was gambling. And if you don't know, there's fucking slot machines in my 7-Eleven. I really hate that. Fucking gamblers and tweakers and other bullshit. But, he was gambling and he won $280, I think. Or was it $210? Anyways, he won a lot of money. And he only dropped in like 5, maybe 10 bucks. He was wondering what was wrong with me because, he was noticing that I wasn't looking right. And I told him the sitch, and he's like, oh, ew, man, don't throw up on me. Take this and go home and get better. He gave me $10. So, I mean, I feel bad for taking it, but he gave it to me, so I shouldn't feel bad. Yeah. That's story number 1. I'm pausing this. I need to take another drink. Okay. I'm trying to get rid of this shit as fast as possible. Because I don't like it. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, okay. Oh, 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 oh my god. Now, story number 2. I'm trying to think of something. I know we have shit to talk about. I just... Well, continuing on that topic, no. It's just... Is the alcohol already affecting me? I don't know, maybe I just can't fucking think. Let's explore. I'm trying to think of story number 2, man. I had stories to tell. Oh yeah, I'll tell you this one. Actually, a particularly old experience. It was back when one of our former employees was still working with us. To protect his name, the guy, well, to protect him, even though I'm not releasing any details about him, I'll call him fucking John. No, I'll call him Sean. That's better. Anyways, so me and Sean were working swing shift together, and it was just a particularly busy day. On that day, we were I know it wasn't a truck day. It was the day after a truck day. I think like the 1st of the month. No, it couldn't have been. Anyways, there was a lot of money orders going on, just a lot of foot traffic through the store. And it came to the end of our shift, which was around 2 p.m., which is usually, since the school was going, which is usually right when all the fucking school kids go out, will get out from their thing. So they get there about 2:15, 2:30, sometimes even earlier. And there was just a shit ton of traffic in there. And right as we were ending the shift, we had to do shift change. Now, if any of you work in retail, you know what shift change is. You gotta count all the fucking money. You have to have one person take customers in my store and one person count the drawer. And that's exactly what we were doing. So we were doing that and, you know, kind of just going through the motions. And one customer comes to us while the paper is being printed out for the thing. What I mean is it prints out the ending drawer total and whatnot at the store, and it prints it out at the same time. So we can't do jack shit while this is happening, right? This guy apparently thinks that we can do something, because lo and behold, he's like, why isn't either one of you taking me? Because we have to do something, sir. Well, there's 2 of you. I'm sorry, but we can't do anything while these receipts are printing out. It takes a little bit of time. So the little fucking bastard, you know, he just sits there with a smug look on his face like, I should call the manager about the both of you. I'm like, go ahead, you know? But it's like, just a particularly annoying customer. Nothing really big. Oh, you know what? I remembered the other story times that I was going to do. Okay, so after I finish this step, I will do story number 3. Because I've rambled on for long enough, and I'm being a weirdo. Okay, so, fuck, piece of shit, cord, mic, shit. Oh, I still got more to go. The story number 3 and 4 are going to be, more recent. Ow, fuck. Oh, oh, this shit is just so bad. So fucking bad. You know what? I think that's the worst alcohol I've tasted. Aside from some beer. Oh. Okay. Fuck. Okay, so this would be story number 3 then. Yeah, there we go. Wait, was it that story or... I'm a retard. Oh yeah, this is a slightly newer story than the last one. But it still takes place while Sean is working there. I think I said his name. I think I said John the last time, but it works. This one still takes place while he was working there. I'll tell you why he got fired in a little bit, but anyways, this night wasn't bad. We were working oh wait, the other one was, it wasn't swing shift, that was morning shift. My bad. I was working morning shift with him in the previous story. This shift we were working swing shift, which is 2 to 10. Now, since it's the middle of the day, you know, it's pretty much just after the school rush and we're doing our stuff. But, you know, nothing particular happens. It's a pretty smooth goddamn day, if I do say so myself, until late at night. Now, we can't have anybody digging through our trash. Lately, I've eased up on it, but we're not supposed to let anyone dig through our trash because I have no fucking clue. Maybe it's because, like, people can get sick or some bullshit reason like that. And maybe it's because they can. Fuck. But at this moment, it was near the end of our shift, like maybe 8 o'clock. And guess what was happening? People were digging through our trash. So, I'm like, Casey, I got this. Take the customers. There's a couple people digging in the trash. He's like, okay, yada yada, you know, whatever. I go out there and I tell him, and maybe I shouldn't have said it the way I said it, but I said, hey, you need to get the fuck out of our trash. You're not supposed to be in there. And it was this really scrawny white dude, and I'm white too, so I'm allowed to be racist right here. Oh, that's not what I was doing. Oops. But anyways, it was this really scrawny, like, cracked out looking white dude. Which I swear all the fucking white people in this city look like that. And this really fucking fat bitch on a mobility scooter. She was white too. She was like the stereotypical fat white girl. Well, okay, fat white old lady. And I don't even know their names, so I can't protect their identities even if I wanted to. And you guys only know based on what I'm saying. But I go and do that, and they get pissed because at first it was just the guy digging through the trash, and so he kind of, you know, retorted back at me. He's like, oh yeah, whatever, fuck off, man. And I'm like, well, I'm just gonna stand here and wait till you get out of the trash. And then they're like, okay, stand there. And I'm like, whatever, man, just get the fuck out of my trash. And this must have really agitated them because the white bitch got up and started moving. I didn't even think she could move, man. It's like she got up and she was like a tank, like it was like, oh, you want to fucking cuss at my man? Yeah, bitch. Come on, let's see what you do now. I swear that's what she sounded like. I mean, she sounded like a typical woman, you know, regular voice and everything, but I'm surprised she even got up and moved. And, it's like, to me, it was kind of crazy. Because I was just starting to laugh, right? And then, apparently, what Casey told me, from what I, remember, is that he eventually noticed that the girl got up and started moving. Now, you know, now there was two of them instead of, you know, just one, you know, up and standing. Because I can take one person. I mean, like, I'm no fighter, but I can take a punch and I can hit back. And after that, you know, he came out to back me up, which was really fucking cool. So the both of us were standing there, and then there was no one around at this point. It was just a slow night. Because like I said, everything was going smooth. And they start recording us. They're like, oh, we're going to send this shit to corporate. Yeah. And he pulls out his phone and is like, and he starts saying shit, and I have my hands in my pockets, and the same thing with the Sean guy. And it's just funny because we're not doing anything, and they're trying to accuse us of stuff. And he's like, oh, you want to cuss at us now? Cuss at me now, bitch. I'm like, I never cussed. I said it on video, just fucking straight face. And they were sitting there recording with the fucking flash in our eyes, and it's just really annoying. But it's like, they didn't step to us. The guy actually stopped his girl from trying to do anything. Man, I would have fucking pushed that cow over. That's all I would have done. I would have pushed her over and be like, bye. But, you know, that situation ended like once they stopped recording us. Because they stopped recording us of their own prerogative. We didn't do shit. And I just said, get the fuck off of my property after they stopped recording. Because, you know, I treat the store like it's my store when I'm there, you know? Because that's just how it goes. I'm kind of like the owner. I'm just protective of the place. Which I guess that comes with the territory of doing the job. And, well, yeah, that was story number 3. Kind of, I mean, they're all uneventful, but they're all interesting. Oh, and, I got lots of stories to tell. They aren't going to end once I stop, you know, drinking the bottle of sake. Fucking sake. Why did I say sake? I'm a dumbass. Sake. I guess you could say it either way. But, that was story number 3. Oh yeah, story number 4. The story number 4 is going to be a short story, so I think I'll take a small sip, even though I hate this shit. Oh, I ended up taking something way bigger. Oh my god. Quite a few of these are actually recent stories. So, yeah, this is story number 4. This one's more recent. Okay, so recently we had a lot of our employees quit, right? So, like, super mini story. The reason Sean got fired is because he was caught stealing. He was stealing money when he was putting it in the safe, you know, like being real, to get Rick and Morty in this reference, being real swifty. He was basically just real close to the safe and slipping like $20 into his pocket here and there. And that's how he got fired. I mean, he was a good employee, though. I guess that's just because he was trying to front. But he stopped a lot of people from stealing and shit. Like, he was good employee. That's kind of fucked up that he was stealing. Anyways, after he got fired, you know, we were one person short, and then we hired, no, we didn't, there was a few new employees at the time. Well, it was him and another girl called Nani. I'll call her Nana. And, she found a better job in Vegas at, Johnny Rockets. I think it was someplace inside of a casino. And, well, it's a restaurant, I think, inside of a casino. But she found a better job, so she quit, right? But turns out the boss was being a real dickhead and, you know, tried to fire her beforehand before she actually quit. But anyway, she quit, and then our other employee, we'll call him Tyrone, because that's a typical black name. He was this big, tall, black dude. Just, he's older, like in his 50s, but I had my differences with him. But when he worked, he worked. He was one of the graveyard employees, and, you know, he did his work. But him and the boss man always got into fights, and I don't like the boss man either. I already told you why I don't like his ass. But him and the boss man always got into fights, and he's gotten fired like 2 different times before this already, and he's always come back. But this time, he got fired for good. For one stupid reason. He called the boss man a faggot. A fagot. A fiat faggot. A faggot fogo. Anyways, called the boss a faggot. Now, I only am telling this from what I've heard after the fact, because I have no bearing on it because I wasn't there. According to another employee, we'll call Mijo, because that's a Mexican term for like kid or something, or whatever the fuck. According to Mijo, what happened is that he was there at the time, and I think they were working swing shift, but him and the boss man got into it again. And they were yelling back and forth, doing their bullshit. And then he called the boss man the F word. He was like, "Ripple, you're a fucking faggot." And he got fired right then and there. He's like, "Get out of my store. You are fired. 86th. Get out. Stay away." Or some bullshit like that. And apparently, Mijo asked the Ripple, my boss man, why he got fired for saying that, because, you know, that's just a petty, lame insult. And he said, "Man, when someone insults your dignity, that is just too far." So we got fired for calling the boss a faggot, but it's like, do you really expect to have your job the next day after calling your boss that? That's kind of good logic there, right? And yeah, so that was another little mini story. Well, kind of. But anyways, this is the beginning of another annoying thing. So that's right, I gotta take another swig so I can get rid of that Taiku. I think it's called Taiku, or is it Taiku? It might be just Taiku. Might be just as simple as that. Alright, that's enough for like 1 or 2 more swigs. Maybe the whole thing if I do it right. Oh my god. Fuck, man, this shit is the worst. Fuck. Ugh. Oh, motherfucker. Oh my god. That shit is literally fucking horrible. I should have never bought that Taiku. But I was trying alcohol, so hey, what the hey. What was the story I was gonna get at this time? Oh yeah, this would be story number 5. So along comes, you know, the great employee shortage of 2019. Well, 2019 and 2018. Yeah. Along comes the great employee shortage, because now we're 3 employees short, right? Because Sean is gone, Tyrone is gone, and Nana is gone. So then they finally hire on some help. We got another black dude that looked kind of similar to Tyrone. We'll call him Tyrese, but he looked maybe the same age. And shit. He looked maybe the same age, and he just talked a lot. But while this was doing, fuck, we had him, right? Everything is going smooth. We have a little bit of extra help, even though we're still technically short. So a lot of employees are getting overtime. In this period, at this period in time, and yeah, but a lot of employees are getting overtime at this point, and just he's there for barely 2, maybe 3 weeks. Suddenly, no call, no show for like 3 days, right? So he's just fired because, you know, what do you do? It's just like you say, oh hey, maybe you come back. But no, he didn't come back. So now we're really short. We're still short, like technically 3 employees. And I am now the only person on Graveyard, right? So, another long story short, which I'll tell in a later story. Longboard plus hill equals injury. I'll tell you why in another story, not in this video. But I was injured, my work performance was down. Just, you know, not doing as well. I don't have the same mobility, I can't do the same work. And so it turns out a little more people were stealing on my shift, because now I'm the only Graveyard person there. And my boss, you know, pulls me aside and talks to me, you know, why is your performance going down, blah, 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 blah. I was trying to hide it at the time, but, shit. But he shows me, you know, this one person is stealing. So, finally the time comes where I see another person stealing shit. I see him pocket it, you know, through the display case. I'm looking at him. He pockets a little fucking thing of Oreos, right? He comes up to the counter. I'm like, hey, how about you give me those Oreos? He's like, what Oreos? You know, he's playing stupid. Anyways, he's playing stupid. I'm doing my shit, and I decide to go and try to lock the door on him. He goes out the door. I follow him out there because I know where he's going. I know all the ins and outs of the store. I follow him, and he's just at the corner of the store. So I'm like, hey bitch, give me back the Oreos you stole. And he's like, no, whatever, man. Fuck you. You can't even run. So I start a little scuffle with him. And I reach for his his fuck, I can't think. I reach for his pocket where he put the Oreos, and you know, he kind of, you know, he tries to throw me off and, you know, pull me away from there. But I see the Oreos fall out of his thing, and so I try to grab them. He grabs them from me, but I twist his hand and probably almost broke it in the process. And after that, he punches me, right? He punches me straight in the heart. Like, no joke. And I don't move an inch. And he has this look on him like, oh fuck, what did I do? And, you know, at this point he had, you know, bent down and grabbed the Oreos. But I wasn't having none of it, you know? But he punched me. I didn't move an inch. And then he, you know, starts putting on his shoes. I'm like, never come back here again, bitch. And long story short, he grabs the Oreos. You know, I'm not successful in keeping the product, but I scared his ass off because he starts running across the street. And he's laughing, but it's like, you could see it in his eyes. The bitch was scared. And it was some young fucking black kid, man. I mean, it pains me to see how brain dead the people in this goddamn city are. It really does. And it's like, I have another thing about that, but I won't say nothing. But it pains me to see how goddamn brain dead the people in this fucking city are, and I hate it. Okay, give me that flint. Okay, good, I got the flint. What was I doing? God damn it, I wasn't trying to, I'm not trying to get that. I'm trying to get the dirt. Yes, the dirt. I can hear lava. But anyways, it's like, you know, that little scuffle happened, so that was interesting. And usually what we're supposed to do, obviously what any employee is supposed to do when, you know, this takes place, is you're supposed to, you know, get all the infos and pictures you can, send them out to the store, or the boss, or wherever you're supposed to. But I didn't even send a picture. It wasn't even worth it. It was just the thing. It was so mediocre that, you know, the scuffle wasn't even worth it. I was wasting my time with this bullshit. And how far up do I have to go? Okay. But it wasn't worth it. And it's just, that's another interesting story. Turns out a lot of lethal things just don't happen, you know, to 7-Eleven employees. Even though, like, previously, a couple weeks back, some employee almost got fucking shot. Well, okay, no, actually got shot and robbed at the same fucking 7-Eleven. Well, not the same. A 7-Eleven literally down the street from us. It's kind of freaky how one thing can happen, but, you know, it's, the city is crazy. So, I mean, that was story time number 5, I think. I think I have a number 6. Do I have number 6? Fuck. I'm not sure if I do. Because, I mean, a lot of just weird bullshit happens at 7-Elevens. It's like, with all the gamblers and tweakers and just all around weird people, you get so many weird things happening to you that sometimes they just go in and out of your mind. Oh man. It pains me to wonder why I can't even think. Maybe I should go up here. Yeah, I'll go up here. I have I have one more weird story time to tell y'all. Wait a minute. Oh, that goes with the iron ore that I got. Nice. Just another weird story time I can tell you guys is, New Year's. Yeah, New Year's. So, New Year's was eventful. I had to spend it working at the store, but it really was no biggie. Because there was, not many people out. But when New Year's time came, a lot of, gamblers and stuff were in the store. But this time, they were all being friendly. Most of them are. They were mostly being friendly at this point. And, one of them wanted to buy, something for everybody. So we did that, and I asked, hey, can I have a beer? And he's like, yeah, sure, why not, why the fuck not? And we buy it, I tell him I can't drink it in the store. He's like, okay, that's fine, just drink it when you get home. And, but New Year's comes around, and there's this one guy comes in with champagne. And we drink it. I go outside, I have a little sippy sip, enough to get me, a little bit wobbly. Like, it's enough to get me wobbly, and I'm like, thank you. We have a little talk and whatnot, and we just. New Year's happens. There was a lot of people trying to be generous, that night. And it honestly wasn't a bad New Year's, even though I was stuck there. And, but the weird part comes, like, after that. So, 6 hours left in the shift. Weird people are coming around. There's still some nice people coming around saying, hey, Happy New Year's. Have this on me, or do this on me, or... that sounded dirty. Or stuff like that. But eventually, this guy who comes out, he looks mentally deficient to me. Like, not just looks, but then he starts speaking, and he sounds mentally deficient. He just kind of... walking around doing his thing. Poor guy, I think he was mentally handicapped. And, he's out there during the New Year's and just kind of standing out there, but eventually he ends up, laying around there for 3 hours. And if y'all know anything about retail, you can't be, you can't have people loitering. You gotta drive them away, and it's just kind of the crappy thing about it. Which, it just kind of sucks. And it's like, you have to be an asshole. So, I drive him off, he goes. Then, another hour later, right? I notice the guy is back. But not where I think he is. He's in the back of the store, like the back alley where we keep all of our boxes that we get delivered that, we can't, put in the store. The stock. It's our little back alley with a covered area. It has all the non-perishables, you know, all the cardboard items, the cups, the fucking... all the bullshit. Am I getting coal? Awesome, I'm getting coal. But he's back there. And we can't have nobody back there. Except for, you know, us employees. We can hang out back there sometimes. Hold on, I gotta readjust this. Okay, I'm back. Now, he's back there. And this poor guy, he's jerking off to some porn mag. In the back, in the recliner that we use. This guy's dick is out. And it's just a sight you don't want to see. That's just it. You just don't want to see that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Fine. But the poor guy is jacking off, and I'm like, you know, hey, get the fuck out of here, you know, and he's like, oh, okay. You know, I felt bad for driving him away. I mean, the poor guy he was probably homeless or something. It pains me, it really does. But, even after that, you know, I have to drive him away. I mean, it was so nice seeing a mentally handicapped person's cock. It was really nice. And I'm gay, and that's just not nice. He had nothing spectacular either. It was just a dick. Yeah, but that's all the story times I've been saving up. You know, the real notable ones. Just nothing really good. Like, just super good, but good enough. Good enough for a story time video. And I don't feel drunk. But that's probably a sign that I'm drunk. Maybe? Hopefully I can hold my liquor. But yeah. That is my story time to you. And I will tell you the short but sweet, elongated version of how I got injured soon. Another video after maybe this one uploads, like a day or two maybe. Also, tell me down in the comments if you guys want something like a series of videos where I just play one game, you know, with my commentary over it, you know, just my normal reactions and talking and whatnot. Tell me if you guys want that, because I'm kind of planning something, you know, where I can do that. And I think it would be a fun series to host on my channel. So anyways, I genuinely hope you guys have had a wonderful day. And that was the story time.